Howdy, folks.
Hello.
So today we are reviewing Be Our Guest Lunch.
We had gone to Be Our Guest dinner the past few times we had gone, but this past time that we went, besides dinner, we also did lunch there one of the other days. The dinner has changed now because they switched to a price fixed menu, which we haven't done yet. But we did do the lunch, which has pretty much stayed the same as a quick service or counter service restaurant. With the way that we broke up our parts, it's going to be 5 categories, and then we're going to take 1 through 5, 5 being the best, and then 1 being the worst out of each of those categories. And we didn't really talk too much ahead of time about what we thought about each of the categories. I do know one of them for her, but building up to that, I really don't know what she picked for her numbers for what we did. I didn't even really think too much about what my numbers were for them. I have a little bit of an idea. So let's go through the 5 categories.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the category and then go right away, or do you want to tell them what the categories are? Surprise them, or?
No, we can go as we.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So our first category is theme. How well are you immersed in the theme of the restaurant? And Be Our Guest is themed to Beast's Castle. All right, so let me get my number.
All right. Are we gonna do a 1, 2, 3, and then
A 1, 2, 3, then show, or 1, 2,
1,
show?
2, 3,
Show.
then show.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yep.
1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Oh,
very good.
a
Yep.
5. Yep.
All right, so we will put some pictures up of some of the theming. It's absolutely incredible. There's 3 rooms. Before you even get there, you get up to the bridge that you have to cross to get to the Beast Castle. There's gargoyles. You can see the menu there. Everybody's dressed up as if they were used to be enchanted, turned back into human, kind of. They always remind me kind of what Lumiere looked like at the end of the animated
Yep.
Be Our Guest. And it's just like going up and then waiting there is awesome.
The entrance doors are beautiful.
They're huge.
Uh-huh.
So you get inside. Once you are inside, you put your order in, or you can mobile order, and then you either they'll find you with your magic band, or they'll give you a rose if you don't have the magic band, and they can kind of tell where your table is then, and you can find an open seat. You can pick between one of 3 rooms to sit in, and unlike dinner, they seat you somewhere. You can sit wherever is open, as long as they're not doing something else in that room. I think sometimes they might use the gallery room or the rose room as like food prep a little bit or something. But
so.
if it's open, you could possibly sit there as well. So your 3 main rooms are that rose room. There's a giant...
The ballroom.
Yep, the ballroom, and the West Wing. So a little bit about each of them. The West Wing's a little dark, but it is just like the movie. There's paintings that are tattered and torn from the Beast in his rages. It's thunder. The rose is there.
And there is a portrait of the Beast. And, oh, no, I'm sorry. It's a portrait of Prince Adam when
Prince
he's
Adam,
the
right.
prince. And when the thunder, there's thunder.
Yep.
And then the picture
Flashes
to the Beast.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really cool. But does have the claw marks across it.
Yeah.
The ballroom has cherubs on the ceiling. It's the biggest out of all of the rooms. If you remember the ballroom dancing scene in Be Our Guest, it's very reminiscent of that. But it's instead of dancing, it's a bunch of tables. And then
there's a giant wall at the back, and it looks like it's snowing.
Oh, right. So that's really cool. And then the rose room of the gallery, it has a bunch of paintings. It's not necessarily from the movie, but the castle's huge in the movie, so how did you know that you didn't just not see that room, right? That's how I look at it. That it actually wasn't a castle, we just didn't see it.
Yeah, and I think that the pictures are like scenes not shown in the movie of Belle with her time with the Beast.
Right. And then there's a giant dancing Belle and Beast. What is it? Like
a music box?
Like
Almost?
yeah, kind of like if you would open a music box, it's that. And apparently it was a gift from Belle's
Maurice.
father, Maurice, yep,
Mhm.
to the two of them. So it is really cool. And when you go in, it's just like awe-inspired. It's great.
Mhm.
I like it a lot.
Now we've eaten in the West Wing and in the ballroom.
Right.
Which one was your favorite?
Oh, I like the West Wing. Um, I like the theming in there the most, and it's a little bit more intimate. Does that
Uh-huh.
make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
It is a little bit
It's a
more
smaller room.
right. It's a little bit more difficult to see your food.
Uh-huh. That's the
Um,
only thing that I didn't like about the West Wing, how dark it was.
right.
Mhm.
But I knew what I was getting. If I was a kid in there eating, I probably wouldn't be as happy because I'd be a little bit worried.
Mhm.
When I was really little and I went to Disney with my parents, I think I was in third grade, and we ate in, let me think, Las Indias San Angel, I think, like
Mhm.
inside of the ziggurat, the big pyramid. And it was like you couldn't see anything, and I was really worried I was like eating eel or something. It's like it was traumatic, and my sister and I didn't really eat very much, and then we ended up going and getting American food like at the American Pavilion. I think my parents weren't happy that that we did not eat the food there, but as an adult, I'm okay with the dark now. But I bet a kid that's going in there that might be a little skittish about what they're eating might not be as open to that. And the thunder and lightning may be problematic if anybody has sensory issues.
Mhm.
So just be aware of that. But you can always, once you're done eating, go into the other room and kind of see what it's like in there also.
Yep. So you can walk around and see what all is around in there.
Right.
Did we say that the rose? You can see the rose in the West Wing.
I did mention it.
Okay.
But it's like floating there, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Pictures aren't always the easiest to get in there, so if you have a good camera with high ISO, like that's the way to do it. People do take flash photography. You can just pretend that it's lightning flashing.
I was one of those people that was taking flash photography.
And we were also those that were like, why are people taking flash photography? And then we go right over and do the same thing. So it's like really funny, but you'll probably be doing the same thing. Oh my gosh, all these people taking flash photography. And then you'll hop right over and start taking flash photography. It's just like what you do in that room, apparently. But it was awesome anyway. I love it. Are we ready to move on to the next?
Yep.
All right, so the next is perks. What are some of the extras that you may get from this restaurant?
Getting it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
What? All right, 2 for 2. Go ahead. You can explain why you picked a 4.
Okay. I picked the 4 for perks because you get to pick where you want to sit. So I thought that was pretty cool. You could pick the West Wing, the ballroom, or the gallery room. So if there's seats open, you're free to sit wherever you want.
Very good. Anything else?
That was what I like, but I know another perk is also you get free refills on your soft drinks. The stations are one that you go up and just fill yourself.
Yep, and that was one of my perks. Is that I heard R2. One of my perks is also that you can refill your beverages. That doesn't happen too many places in Walt Disney World for your quick service restaurants, but it does here. I did like that a lot. Another perk is they are open to mobile order, which a lot of restaurants now are, but it's still a perk. So if you are coming up to it and it's kind of, you think that it might be getting busy, or you look and you're like, oh my gosh, it is getting busy, set up that mobile order quick, and then hopefully beat a little bit of the line. Go ahead.
When we went, did we have to do a reservation for lunch?
I don't believe for lunch.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
We'll have to double check on that.
And we'll put it in the description.
Yeah, we'll put it in.
Why did you pick a 4 instead of a 5?
Well, I didn't want to go 5 for everything, so.
Okay. I do have one thing that it doesn't have. It doesn't have a condiment station.
That's right, yep.
Right? Some of the quick service restaurants, is it Starlight Cafe and Pico Spills?
Yep.
They both have a condiment station. So you can go and you can fill up on your lettuce, your tomatoes, salsa, and stuff like that, and ketchup, mustard, aioli, mayonnaise, stuff like that. And they don't have that at Be Our Guest. However, that doesn't really detract too much from it. I still really like. I guess I think that there's quite a few perks, especially that free refills on your sodas. So definitely check that out. All right.
All right. What's our next one?
Our next one is value. Is the menu worth what you can get there for lunch?
Okay.
All right.
All right. I think I have mine.
I was peeking, but I didn't see.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So our
I got
first
3.
difference. Value. Do you get your money's worth? All right, go ahead.
I got the.
Well, are we talking about the food first? Or are we talking about?
Oh, well, I don't know.
How you like the food?
Start.
Okay.
No, I was value for the value.
The
You start.
Okay. I guess if we do talk about. All right, so my value is like overall, I guess, like, did I get my money's worth? Just in the theme, the only way that you can see the inside there is if you eat there.
As if you, yeah.
So it's pretty much, okay, am I going to pay whatever I'm going to pay to get in, to see it, and then see it? You can go in, and for lunch, you could really sit down, you could be like, I'm just going to get a French onion soup. It's on the lunch menu, even though it's also, I think, as an appetizer. I don't think it's overly expensive. So if you think, well, I'm just going to have something light because I'm going to have a big sit-down restaurant later or something like that, then, yeah, you can just go in and have something light. You can go in and just have a dessert or something like that. So you don't have to spend tons of money. The most expensive item on the lunch menu is right now $16.99. That's a little pricey, but if you have the dining plan and you can get quick service and you're using that for it, you can get items that are $16.99 plus your beverage on top of that. So for me, I do think that it's quite a bit worth the the money that you're going to spend to get in. That being said, I do think that once we get to the I guess the quality of the food.
Yeah,
then,
kind of where my number 3 came up, because I was thinking more quality of the food.
Right, but I'd say
at least
when we talk about the food, then we'll kind of coincide that with the value. Does that make sense? Okay. So how about you? Did you dock it just because of the food?
Yeah, I docked it because of the food.
Okay. Do you want to just move right on to food?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to food. Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. I got the French dip. It was $16.99. I'll put a picture up here. It wasn't too bad. I love the French fries there. They're really crispy. I'm a crispy French fry connoisseur. I love crispy French fries. If it's a soggy French fry, I'll leave it off to the side. I'm not going to eat it. Every French fry there was crispy. They give you a container of ketchup. And the helping of the fries is big. Pommes frites, they call it. Because it's Be Our Guest and they're in France. So pommes frites, French fries en français. That's French fries in French. So they were great. The French dip, it was pretty good. The bread was fresh. I liked that a lot. The meat was a little tough. When you dip everything into the au jus sauce, it soaked it right up, and the au jus sauce was great. The sandwich itself tasted really good, but the size of the au jus sauce that they give you, the sauce that you dip the French dip into, was tiny. It was enough that once half my sandwich was eaten, I pretty much had no sauce left. So I was like bummed about that. And I was like, I wish that I would have just eaten half my sandwich and then started dipping the other half in, but I didn't think about it ahead of time because I was so excited about being there that I just like kind of ate like everything without really thinking. So the excitement level like was at max. It was at a 5 if I was going to vote on the excitement level. So, but overall, for the food, that's why I'd say that maybe the value wasn't there 100% on the food, but I wouldn't say that the food was bad. It was good. So yeah, I'd rate the food a 4 out of 5. So definitely above average. If I could go like 4.5 or something, I'd probably do that. So, all right, tell us about your tuna niçoise salad.
So I didn't really enjoy it that much. The tuna was a little tough. And the year prior to that, I had gotten tuna at Sunshine Seasons, and it was really, really good. So I was comparing it to that tuna that I had the year before.
A year before, and she was raving about it for that entire year. It was that good.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, the tuna was a little tough, and the salad, the lettuce that was in the salad, I don't know exactly what kind of lettuce it was. We'll look it up. And if we can figure it out, we'll put it in.
Right. And I'll put a picture up as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the lettuce, I was not a fan of it. It did not taste good at all. And I eat salads. I like lettuce, and this lettuce I did not like. The toppings on the salad I did like. It was a poached egg, bell peppers, and olives.
Right.
So I pretty much ate the tuna and then picked all of the toppings off the salad and ate the salad. Or I'm sorry, ate the toppings.
Right. And I believe I don't eat tuna. And as far as lettuce goes, I'll eat iceberg. And that's pretty much it. From time to time, I eat others, but I did not try her salad. I think she did try my friendship, but that was kind of far out and don't really remember too much. But I know definitely that she didn't enjoy it as much as the salad at Sunshine Seasons. That was similar, at least that they both had tuna. The tuna looked really good, like plated, but didn't hit the mark. So,
but we were eating it in the West Wing, so that kind of put my spirits up a little bit.
Right,
it wasn't as bad.
She was I thought she was gonna run around and start scratching the paintings. Okay. Do you want to move on to our last category?
Yes.
Okay. Our last category is, would we go back? And this is specific for lunch.
Oh, specific for lunch. Okay, that changes my answer.
Okay. Would we go back specific for lunch?
Ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Ah!
All right. Okay, so give us your 4.
Okay, I gave it a 4 because we've already been there a few times. So on a next trip, if we might want to try something else out, it'd be something that I would consider. I would definitely get something else to eat. I would find something else on the menu and pick that. And yeah, I would go back for the theming.
All right, very good.
But I don't think that I would pick sitting in the gallery. That's just my least favorite room, just because I think the theming of the West Wing and the ballroom is so much better.
All right. I said 5. I would definitely go back, partly to try something else. I think there are a couple of other sandwich options that I would definitely try. I would not try the salad, but the other sandwich options I would try, or I'd go back just for a lunch dessert, or possibly something from the kind of appetizer menu. Again, I'd actually want to sit in the gallery. It's the only room I haven't sat in yet, but I don't know if there would be anything to stop me from eating 1/3 of my food in one room, picking it up, moving it to another room, eating 1/3 of the food, and then moving to the other room. It's Disney, and they will bend over backwards to make you happy, and they'll probably see you doing that, and they'll laugh about it later, but they'll probably not say too much. I know that it'll be extra stuff for them to clean up. That's a bummer. So I would not necessarily want them to do that. I'd try to leave the table as clean as I
I was
could.
gonna say just try and keep the table
Right.
clean.
But that being said, there would be probably nothing that would keep me from going back, sans turning it into a table service restaurant and changing it up. But even then, I might go and just use it as a table service credit, as long as it's not
Like if lunch turned into
yeah,
a table
as
service.
long as it wasn't signature. The price fix doesn't interest me. The food that's on it necessarily.
Yeah.
Yep, I would definitely go back. So, do you have any final thoughts about Be Our Guest lunch?
I do not recommend the salad, but definitely try something else. Even after you eat, you don't have to leave like right away, so you can still walk around a little bit and check out the other rooms. And right by the bathroom, they have
right.
the big, it's like the stained
glass.
And it's Belle and Prince Adam.
Right, I think we could put a picture up of that also.
I think that we do have a picture of it.
Yep, and there are the suits of armor as well.
Yes.
If you listen carefully, they might give you some surprises. The only thing that is not there during lunch is the Beast. So you wouldn't necessarily see the Beast. So, all right. So, if you've ever eaten there, please comment. If you have any other questions about what we went through there, or see something in the pictures you had a question about, you could also leave a comment. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Please like, subscribe, and share with any of your Disney friends or family, or anybody that you know that does love Disney as much as we do. And if you tink that bell, hit the bell for notifications, you will be alerted to any new videos that we put up. We do have Star Wars Celebration coming up. We've been doing a little bit of planning for that. So hopefully we'll have some videos from that as well. But that won't be until next month. We'll have a few videos probably, if not the end of this week, the beginning of next. And if there's any videos that you would like to see, again, comment. And I guess until we see you next time, see you later.
See ya.